What is up, people? Um, this is like it's like 1:34 in the morning. This is my this light is kind of bright, but this is my like talking account. I have three accounts: one for like skits and vlog videos, another one for like to video games, just to keep it like broad and myself entertained. But this is more. I won't have it on my face because it's bright, but this is more my personal account for like my thoughts and what I think. And it's 1:34 in the morning. I feel like I can't sleep, but I can't say I can't because I can. It just feels like I don't want to sleep. I have all this energy. Uh, well, my name's Anthony. Anthony Tyreek Trice. One of a kind. And I don't know, not too long ago, it was like maybe 2016, that year, I was, I was like, quote unquote, the average guy doing what I see what most average guys would do: party, hang with friends, hook up with people, do the average things. And then that summer, everything just changed. Imagine yourself waking up and then realizing that you're living, realizing that you're a part of something, realizing that you're more than what you was doing. Imagine imagine playing a video game. Let's say that. Imagine playing a video game. All right. You've gone 10 levels deep into the video game. And then within the game, you're about to hit level 11, but the game restarts you at the beginning with a whole new narrative. And the narrative is that you're fully aware of what you are and who you are. So I'll put it in better terms later on, but just I was living my life, so I'll say, and then during the summer, it just my life was flipped upside down, and I became aware of like who I was, what I was, to the point where when I look in the mirror, I don't see Anthony, referring myself to the third person. I don't see Anthony. I see the body. I see the body, and the body has a name. The name is Anthony. When I look in the mirror, I see past the body, past Anthony. I look into the eyes, wondering, without the body, the guts, what is it that controls this body? Not the mind, but what powers on this body. That's what it feels like. So ever since then, it's 2019 now, almost 2020. Ever since then, I've been on this quest, this journey, this mission to find absolute truth to this feeling, to this life, and give it meaning, but not meaning to describe it, but meaning to know. I seek truth. I seek truth in life. And I seek it to the point where it consumes my thoughts, my 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 actions. I seek to know the truth within this world, not the truth of who's going to win the basketball game, not the truth as in, oh, is that girl going to hook up with me, not the truth of, does she like me, not the truth of, is there a way to get two meals instead of one, not the truth of that, but the truth of life, what is possible, what is life, What is this body? Why am I feeling like this? Why is the world the way it is? Why is the moon in the sky? Why is the sun in the sky? Why is this? Why is that? I seek truth and absolute truth. And it's out there. But the path of truth and knowledge is a long path. Because the path doesn't end. So that's where I'm at. A little brief speed course of where I'm at in life. I'm not gonna lie. So with that said, on this path, it gets depressing. I'm not gonna lie. It gets quite depressing. Because you feel like that you're alone in this feeling, in this knowing of the world. You feel like you're alone. So it gets depressing because you start to level up mentally, learn more, see more, do more, and you're knowing this knowledge that can be applied, and you're seeing results from the knowledge that you have learned. So you're plating yourself at a higher level of consciousness or knowing, abilities, etc. And the depressing part, the lonely part, is that those that you used to be around, hang around with, don't seek the same or don't know the same until you try to fit in with the old crowd, with your old pals and buddies and old environment, knowing that you can never go back to being who you were before resetting and becoming aware. That's the depressing part. So, but my name's Anthony Tyreek Trice, and I've been like this for 4 years, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, about 4 years. I've been like this. I just came across this thought process, this perspective. It's like a fourth person, fifth person perspective. How I think and my thoughts process is not how people see me. Because no one knows how I'm thinking. So I thought about this. I'm like, my thoughts are not how people see me. Let me step out of myself into the foreground, not into the next person who's looking at me, but the person who's not there in the background watching this whole go down. How does that person looking at me perceive me without knowing my thoughts that I think that I perceived them of perceiving me? So with that, I just start to think less and just observe more. But yeah, I go through my ups and downs with being depressed. It's weird because I don't claim to be depressed, but the symptoms that have been so called claimed out there in the world, I portray time to time. I go through my days sometimes with the call of void. If you don't know what that is, it's like those thoughts that appear that you think of randomly. So eventually, example, if you're driving and you think about driving into oncoming traffic as fast as you can for no reason, that's the call of void. Or if you're hiking and you wonder what happens if you hop off a mountaintop, that's the call of void. So every now and then I go through that. I've been told as a young kid I was a bit suicidal, or was suicidal, not a bit, but was. And I have some knowledge of it, some memory of it, but not full. So a part of me knows that which I don't know why. And the only one that can answer that question is myself, by going within myself. But I just wanted to share this because maybe me sharing this would help someone else out there who feels the same way and who's on the same awareness level, conscious level, mental level that I'm on, who feels the same. But yeah, the journey I'm on is, so I always knew it I always knew it from the get-go. The journey I'm on is a lonely journey. It forever will be a lonely journey. But it's never absolute loneliness because I have myself and I have those around me, not physically, but I have those around me. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But so it's never absolutely lonely, but in metaphorically speaking, it is lonely. And I don't know. I'm only 20. My birthday's August 1st. I'll be turning 21 soon, but I'm only 20. And I feel like I'm 78 going on 120. So I just go. I just go. I spend a lot of time alone nowadays, especially during the summer times. I just spend a lot of time alone, figuring out myself as Anthony and as the person controlling Anthony, in a sense. I spend most of my days alone, figuring out truth, researching, reading books, alchemy, figuring out as much as I can throughout the days. I sometimes would like a companion, like maybe a girlfriend or a companion, a female companion of my choosing, but I know that they may just be a distraction, you know? So I don't sweat it too much. But I've been recording for 13 minutes and yeah, I just wanted to come on here and just maybe I'll do this more often every day because my thoughts are always going. Before they used to be out of control, random thoughts, positive or negative, doesn't matter. Here and there, over overbearing, making me want to just stop and trying to like sit down, suppress them. But nowadays, I have control over my thoughts and mind to where it's complete emptiness in my head. And that allows me to be fully observant and aware even more. It's nice. It's nice not having all those thoughts in your head. Because sometimes too many will drive you crazy. On the brink of extermination of self. So yeah. More about me. I'm a life path number 9. If you don't know what that is, look it up. So leadership is like a kind of like I won't say given, but I find myself in leadership roles no matter where I'm at. It's just a natural like ability. Um, a life path number 9, you know, the whole seeking truth thing. I want to seek the truth and nothing but the truth. No lies, no here and there. I seek the truth. But so, oh, um, I'm. I don't classify this as this, but I do portray the traits of this. I portray the traits of a demisexual person, which I never knew was a thing until like not basically like yesterday. Yesterday was the 22nd of June. No, the 23rd. So yeah, I didn't know about this until yesterday. But a demisexual person, if you don't know it, which you should look it up still, is someone who needs to establish an emotional connection with somebody and doesn't do hookups. And not knowing what that is, I see myself as portraying those qualities of a demisexual because, like I said, before my life resetted, before my life had a restart button and I became more aware, I was hooking up with people here and there, doing this, doing that. But once that button reset and I became aware of self, in a sense, everything changed. I was not that mindless, sleeping animal of a being. Now I'm like this aware, developing being. But I portray traits of a demisexual person, so I can have attraction to you on a small scale of interest, like, oh, she's cute, she's hot, whatever. But I would not hook up with you at all because there's no mental connection, there's no stimulation of the mind. So I would not hook up with you. Even though part of me, that lower aspect of myself, would love to do it, it's just I don't stoop that low in myself to dive into those animalistic hate behaviors. And plus I see as hooking up a waste of my time and energy because I'm at this point where I value myself highly before anybody else now. So I would not hook up with anybody because that's a waste of my energy, my time, and my efforts. And if I'm going to be doing all that any extra energy exertion, then I I expect by default something to be long term or something to unfold down the line. But that's so I don't hook up because my efforts are needed elsewhere besides for a quick pleasure. And um, I like music. I do music. My music varies, but my music nowadays is starting to narrow down to more personal thoughts. So my music nowadays is more narrowing down to how I feel, even though I detach a lot and I don't feel sometimes. Most of the time, I'm able to detach from self and get a 360 perspective of my emotions without feeling my emotions. And so I put that into a song in my thought process. But most of my songs are becoming more in depth lyrically and just all around, more in depth, which switches I find to be interesting, I'll say. But I just want to go on here and talk a little bit, and I hope to do no. So I'll do more of these throughout life, maybe more frequently. So until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.